Hi families. So for this week, I kind of wanted to do something for the art project that had to do with was tied in with the book for this week. So the monster who lost his mane. So I figured it'd be kind of fun to just kind of make the monster of the book. I also decided or thought it would be kind of an extra box or empty box of cereal. So I cut the back of the cereal box off. And this is me, the body of it. And I'm just painting it green. Certainly you can use construction paper period for it. Or if you want to still do cardboard and use construction paper on it, that's fine. But it's basically going to be a bunch of shapes again, triangles, squares, rectangles that I'll be cutting out and making the monster from the book. So I started painting the body of the monster green already. So just keep going with that. Like I said, if you want to, if you don't have a cereal box lying around, that's fine. Use paper if you have that. I just figured kind of give you another option that's not construction paper for this week. So yeah. I know I'm running kind of low on some of the paint that I have, so I'm gonna have to get some more. But kind of do whatever your child is willing to do is really what it comes down to at the end with these art projects. So yeah. So I have that painted green. Not the best, but that's fine. I have another part of the box. I have all the shapes cut out or drawn on there. You can't really see them right now. But I will paint those right now and then you can see them and then I'll get those cut out. So I did some little squares for the legs. And then they'll have triangles attached to those for the feet. And then I'll show you that stuff. So I have these little squares for the legs that I'll cut out, and then those triangles for the feet of the monster. I'll glue that on when it's all is cut out. And then the monster has 2 ears, so I have 2 triangles for the ears. You'll see in a second. I'm not even really painting the lines because we cut it out anyway. So for those 2 triangles for the ears. And then a little triangle for a tail. And then I have 2 longer rectangles for the arms. And again, I'll just be cutting those out anyway, so who cares if it's not actually see the auto lines. I also have a couple of smaller rectangles that I'm going to use paint for the eyebrows too, because the monster in the book has eyebrows that you can kind of see throughout, but you'll be able to see better when those. So yeah, so here are the 2 rectangles for the arms, and then this is for the tail. And then I have 2 other rectangles that are not colored, painted, but you can't really see them right now either, but those are gonna be the monster's horns that he has. So I'll just cut those out and just leave them the color that they are, because they're kind of like an off-white anyway. So these up here are little rectangles for the eyebrows. So as I said, we'll cut out the different shapes. I'm gonna cut out the legs right now, and then I'll glue those onto the body, and then cut out the feet and glue those on. And again, kind of like everything, if your child struggles with cutting things out, that's fine. If you want to have this stuff just cut out already, but sometimes it's helpful and just eliminates that, keep that that part that might be a little bit of a struggle for you. Also, if they do cut it out themselves and it's not in perfect shape, then who cares? So I have the legs cut out. They're kind of small, but they're small in the book anyway. And if you want to make them bigger, you can. I'll glue those on the back of the. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You can glue them on the front or the back of the body. As you can see, there's those little tiny legs. In the book, it's really kind of small too. So, then I'll be cutting out the triangles for the feet. We'll just glue those right onto the legs. Again, really, if you want to do it on top of the legs or whatever, it doesn't really matter. So we'll just do it on the top. So I have, just gonna do it like that, so it looks, so it points out like that. I have it, and feet for both sides. The next thing this will do is the ears. Cutting out the triangles for the ears. I was using watercolor paint for all of this. If you have paint that your child likes to use more or it's easier to use for them, that might cover more. I know at school we probably would just do more of like the craft paint that we wouldn't do watercolor just because it would cover more space. But whatever you guys have at home is totally fine. We're gonna do the ears right up in the corner. So each side. So the ears are going to be up here on either side. And then the next thing I will cut out are the horns. Which will go on the inside of the ears on the top of the monster. I have two little horns. there. You can see the horns on the top, right there in between the ears. So the next I would do, we could just cut out the arms, glue those on. In the book, he has fingers. So what I'll probably end up just doing is cutting some fingers in there after they're glued on. But if you don't do that, who cares? And then after the arms, we'll cut out the tail and glue the tail on. So I just have the two rectangles that are the arms. We'll glue those on. They're about the same length and the same width. Has the arms like that. So then the next thing I said we'll put out is the tail. So the tail is just kind of off to the side like that. If you don't want to do the tail, then that's fine. In some of the pictures in the book, you can't really even see the tail. So I figured it'd be kind of fun to include in there. I'm just going to cut out the eyebrows, but first we'll glue the eyes on after. Put these out. I also, since I don't have white paint, I just kind of did the eyes on the start of the eyes with white construction paper. But if you have white paint, by all means, just paint the eyes on. I have two circles for the construct for the eyes. And we'll glue on. So, and then I'm actually going to use black paint to do the insides of the eyes. Really, you could even do black paint for the eyebrows too if you really wanted. Like so, actually. So I'll probably just leave that as it is. So yeah. Then we have a couple more parts. So I have teeth, little rounded teeth that I cut out, or I'll be cutting out little half circles. That we can glue on. And then either draw with black marker or do black paint over that to kind of make them out. I'll kind of show you what I do, what I'm doing for that. the teeth have 2.5 circles. But I'm actually gluing it first, like so. Actually, one first, like this. Then I will take black paint and go right over here. Take the off. So there you have it, the monster who lost his mane. Like I said, I didn't do it before, but if you want, you can always cut pieces in for the arms for his hands or for his fingers, or just leave it. I'm just gonna leave it now. But there it is. Yeah, have a good one.